Hallo allerseits, herzlich willkommen zu Epic Tavern. Das ist hier noch Early Access, aber wir schauen natürlich trotzdem mal rein. Eine New Tavern. Type a name for your tavern or click the die to roll one. Schauen wir mal. The Warrior and Trout Inn. Ye Old Warriors. Sir, Ye Old Winch. The Clam and Pike. The Confused Nook Hole. The Green Vagabond Tavern. Machen wir mal The Netherbog. Challenging, ja, machen wir mal. Long ago, the land of Bior was nearly annihilated by a horde of Netherkin invading through the Flaming Gate. Villages were trampled to dust and Bior burned. After a grueling war, the Netherkin were defeated and the Flaming Gate was sealed. For 1,400 years, the seal held. 10 years ago? One last toast to the Revenger 4. You know I hate that name, Merrick. You and Lucasia are the only Revengers. It makes us sound like we're all... I didn't pick it, Blaze. People just started calling us that. You're getting senile in your old age. You spent half a year trying to get that name to stick. Bottoms up, kid. If Ignatius is to be believed, the Flaming Gate won't hold much longer. And where is Thorgrin? A tavern's facilities cater to the needs of its heroes and ensure they are ready to face the perils of adventuring. Now, however, is the time to fight. Pull Thorgrin from his bath. Thorgrin has soaked long enough. Get him out of the bath and ready for adventuring. Das im Badehaus. Thorgrin Bloodborne. So, exit the facilities to return to the Revenger 4. You sure don't need another hour or two in here, Thorgrin. Hate to rush you. But cut and Doom Dwarf some slack. Of all your half-assed plans, this may be the worst. You have a better idea? Can't say that I do, but that doesn't make yours any less awful. Then we're agreed. My plan it is. The Acacia, do you have the letter and deed? Right here, Merrick. We are abandoning our child. We're doing what has to be done. Besides, we survived worse than this. Okay, not really, but if you die first, I'll raise you as a banshee or something. A banshee? At least make me a vampire. I would look amazing with fangs. Deal. Alright, people, gear up. So, adventurers need high-level skills to take on tough quests. You can use equipment to boost the skills and allow access to unique abilities while questing. Let's get Thorgrin ready for battle. Select him to set his equipment. Thorgrin appears to be lacking a weapon. Select his weapon slot to give him one. Okay, suchen wir uns eine aus. This weapon looks sharp. Select it to equip it. Okay. Click X to head out when you are done modifying the equipment on the Revenger 4. I'm gonna miss this place. Pace yourself, dwarf. We aren't dead yet. I know. I just... Enough of that talk. Lycasia, are you ready? No, but that's not apt to change. Let's go. A one-way trip, level 10. For the first time in 1,400 years, the Flaming Gate has been breached and a horde of Netherkin are pouring into the realm. Fight your way to the Nethercap Mountains and use the artifact provided by Ignatius Mordred to seal the gate before this world is lost. Dann auf zur Quest, würde ich sagen. A Tale from the Past, Chapter 1. For the first time in... Ja, das haben wir schon gelesen. So, und wir müssen jetzt die Party joinen. Alle 4. Wir haben Total Power von 189, Difficulty 80. Das sieht gut aus. Preparation kostet 388 Gold. Wir haben 1200. Geht sich aus. Und los geht's. This is the story of the legendary heroes who saved the land of Bior. The results of their final ride will affect the story world and change the characters available in your tavern. Okay. With one final look back at their long-time haunt, the Netherbog, the Ravager 4 stepped out into the streets where screams of terror echo all around. Ach so, set forth. So, und da spazieren sie. Lucasia scans the scene outside the tavern where packs of netherkin, their skin the color of ash, wreak havoc in all directions. We'll help who we can on the way, but reaching the gate is our priority, she says. So long as that's open, battles out here mean nothing. Mount up, we ride for the nethercaps. The party sets forth, departing the Netherbog. Hold the line, soldiers. If you run, I will kill you myself, roars a young squire to her panicked comrades. Their commanders lying dead on the ground around them, and netherkin with featureless faces swarming from all sides. Lucasia raises her bow as the heroes rush to reinforce the squires. Dann helfen wir ihnen doch. Select Action. Balanced. Chance 65%. Hier weniger, aber mehr Power. Ja. Balanced Success. Event Difficulty 77. Das heißt, wir müssen mit diesen 4 Würfen mehr als 77 zusammenbekommen. So habe ich das jetzt verstanden. Precise. Da haben wir schon genug eigentlich. Balanced und hier auch Balanced, weil wir ohnehin genug haben. This future knight will never forget fighting alongside the Ravager 4 as a squire and looks forward to visiting your tavern. Okay. Hier sieht man nochmal, was es alles gebracht hat. Wir haben, schauen wir mal, Blaze hat 36. Keine Ahnung, wie das zustande kommt. Plus 0 Balanced 36 versus 35. Also wie das jetzt zustande kommt, kann ich jetzt nicht sagen. Er wird auf jeden Fall eben die Waffe und die Rüstung und alles mögliche ein bisschen dazu beitragen. Okay, the heroes rush to reinforce the squires, driving back the netherkin. Thorgrin heals the knights in training, and their unofficial leader, Odessa Dauntless, leads her troops immediately towards the closest skirmish. The Ravager 4 continued onward the Flaming Gate. Wir haben jetzt Odessa Dauntless angelockt, das heißt, sie wird wahrscheinlich in der Tavern auftauchen in der Zukunft. Blaze, let's go! Merrick yells at the assassin, cuts down a pair of netherkin that pursue a young child. Blaze leaps back in her saddle and rushes to catch up. Roars of battle echo from ahead, and the heroes spot a dozen elite raven. Guards making a heroic defensive stand in an alley to buy time for a school's evacuation. Dead netherkin are piled waist high at the alley entranceway, but they continue rushing forward relentlessly. 74, das sollte sich doch locker ausgehen, wenn wir hier alles balanced. Ja, wir haben es schon. Oh, Fail. Fail. Weil er zu wenig gewürfelt hat und er scheinbar mindestens 35 braucht. Ja. Sonst geht's daneben. Inspired to become a bard after witnessing the Battle of Meat Grinder Alley, Marley will seek out your tavern. Okay, die helfen, also der hilft uns dann später. A snarling wolf with 2 large tentacles emerging from its back slams into Merrick's horse, mortally wounding the steed and sending the necromancer crashing to the ground. Blaze, sie, cuts down the wolf and Merrick quickly raises his horse as a wraith and hops back in the saddle. Wir haben Erfahrung bekommen. Merrick hat Damage bekommen. Nicht schön. Und hat 13 Mana verloren. In the bell tower of a nearby church, a priest and 4 villagers make the final stand. Netherkins scurry up the side of the building after them and others pour in through the shattered front door. Wieder 76, das sollte eigentlich locker... Wow, Heroic, 2 Sechsen gewürfelt. Cool, Performance mal 2. Fail. 74. Oha. Das ist daneben gegangen. Famous priest Father Eddington, who died 10 years earlier, was immortalized with a statue. Now his statue is crying blood and the new head priest is charging admission. Investigate for fraud. Das ist jetzt schlecht. With no time for caution, the heroes charge into the church and tear into the attackers from behind. Upon reaching the tower, they find the corpses of the priest and 3 villagers killed by the Netherkin. The 4th villager leapt to her death and is seen splayed awkwardly on the street below. Okay, das ist daneben gegangen. Dear gods, how many of these things are there? Thorgrim grunts, trampling a small Netherkin with his war pony. Lycasia takes a quick look around all of them, I think. So, wir nähern uns hier dem Questziel. A trio of elven archers protecting a young girl yell out for help, cornered by a grotesquely muscled Netherkin standing nearly 10 feet tall. Lieutenant Knightsmane shakes his head and leads his crew of human guards toward the city proper. We have our own to protect. So, aber trotzdem balanced, jawohl. Wir haben es schon wieder geschafft. Wir können jetzt hier mal aggressive versuchen. Jawohl. Wow. Lycasia whistles loudly, drawing the creature's attention. As it turns toward her, she lets fly an arrow that finds its home in the critter's right eye socket. Who are you? One of the elves asks. The Ravaging Four, Merrick says, eliciting grumbles from Thorgrim and Blaze. Wir haben Elven True Shot Bow angelockt. Sehr cool. They're still pouring out of the tunnels, Blaze says, looking down at the entrance to the Nethercap cave system from a rocky overhang. But I know another way. Watch your step, it's a bit tricky. Okay. Oh. You cannot be serious, Thorgrim says, looking at the narrow ledge with an 80-foot drop on the rocks below, to the rocks below. Blaze chuckles. Trust me, when have I ever steered you wrong? That was rhetorical, she says. Rhetorical, she says, raising a finger to ward off the dwarf's long string of examples. So, wir sehen uns jetzt einer Falle gegenüber und müssen hier wieder würfeln. Das reicht schon wieder. Heroic. Dann machen wir hier überall aggressive, weil es egal ist. Blaze hands Thorgrim one end of her rope and then dances across to the other side. Merrick and Lycasia follow. Thorgrim ties the rope around his waist, and the others drag him reluctantly across the ledge. Okay. Wir sind jetzt gleich beim Eingang. Outside the back entrance to the Nethercap cave system, Merrick addresses his companions while Thorgrim casts the last of his healing spells. You've done enough by getting me here. If you want to leave now, I swear I will not hold it against you, Blaze chuckles. And let you get all the glory. Sorry, old man, we're in this together. So, wir sind ein wenig geheilt worden. Hier sieht es schon schlecht mit Mana aus. Hier auch ein wenig. Und jetzt geht's rein. The Ravager 4 step through the cave entrance and immediately spot its guardian, a nightmarish spider-like netherkin scuttling toward them on 8 human arms. Ugh. The heroes ready their weapons and fan out around it. So. Da versuchen wir jetzt. Cautious. Oh, schade. Das ist jetzt doof. Aber gerade noch so. Don't destroy the head, I want this one, Merrick says, unleashing a wave of dark energy. The heroes surround and eventually cut down the monstrosity, which the necromancer reanimates with a delighted cackle. Mr. Scuttle, scour the tunnel behind us and kill any netherkin you see. Ja, gehört schon uns. With a bone-chilling howl, a large pack of mutant wolves enters from a side tunnel and takes up the chase. A long straight passageway opens into a large chamber ahead. The heroes make a run for it. Schauen wir mal, ob wir es schaffen. Ah, das sieht gut aus. 64, 99, jawohl. Stay left, Blaze yells as they run. The heroes safely avoid the traps, but many of the hounds aren't so fortunate. The straggler beasts are cut down in a bloody bit of fighting. A gargantuan two-headed netherkin stands guard at an arched doorway on the far side of the chamber. A bright blue light flickers over the passage walls behind him. The flaming gate lies beyond, Thorgrim says with steely determination. So, 69 sollte doch... Oh. Zu schaffen sein. Thorgrim mutters a quiet prayer and his hammer takes on a faint blue glow. Get it down where I can reach it, he roars, and Lacacia opens fire on its legs. The wounded giant stumbles to his knees, and Thorgrim leaps forward, smashing one head, then the other. Last chance, Merrick says to his companions. I don't expect to come back from this. Blaze shakes her head. Too risky. Who's gonna trigger that artifact if you suddenly drop dead of old age? The heroes embrace briefly, then step through the archway. Okay, sie halten zusammen. Beyond the archway, the adventurers see an enormous gate rippling with nether energy. Before it stands the form of a young girl bathed in crackling blue flames. The Acacia laces up the enruned boots they received from artifact collector Ignatius Mordred. I hope these things work, she says. Impressive. The young girl speaks directly into their minds while idly playing with a ball of crackling blue energy. Join me and I'll let you live. Lacacia shakes her head and taps the heels of her boots together, emitting a low hum. Appreciate the invite, kid, but we had something else in mind. So, ein Kampf. Jawohl, das reicht. You think your puny weapons can harm Elysia, overlord of the Nether? The child shrieks. Lacacia shrugs. Guess we'll never know, because that's not our plan. She stomps one of her boots off, quaking to the ground, starting a massive earthquake that brings the mountain down on top of them. Das war's. And so the Ravager 4 called the mountain down upon Elysia and her Netherkin horde, ending the Battle of Mountainfall and once again sealing the Flaming Gate. Lucasia and Merrick Ravager, Thorgrin, Bloodborne and Blaze Evershadow, may the bards sing of their heroism unto eternity. Helden waren sie. Helden. So, im Jahr 1424. A new tavern opens its doors today. This is the story of the Netherbog. Tuesday, week 1. Expand and improve the rundown tavern you've inherited from your parents. Protect the realms of Bior by cultivating great heroes. One of your patrons has info on a potentially lucrative quest. Click the patron under the green arrow to find out more.
Oh.
Cranston Grimm. You'll want to hear this. Tell me more. Might as well get a bit of... Might as well get in a bit of target practice before heading out on more dangerous quests. Kill the rats the old-fashioned way with an excessive display of violence. Sometimes there are different objectives you can pursue or alternative ways of accomplishing your goals. Make sure you check all options to choose the path you prefer. Trying to kill the rats one by one will take forever. Poisoning the unwelcome guests is the way to go. Es gibt hier Rewards sind die gleichen. Destination und die Kosten sind auch die gleichen. Once you've settled on a path, click Confirm to accept the quest. Okay. Now that you have a quest, let's meet more of your patrons. Click on the heroic looking fellow under the green arrow and get to know him. Grunzen Wolfspawn. Click here to welcome this hero. I hope you look good. First impressions are everything. Welcome to the Netherbog. When I saw the sign out front, ja, genau. You've made a new friend who is willing to adventure for you. Click him to see what he has to say. You need muscle, I need gold, let's do this. Click to add him to your roster. Bum 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 bum, level 1 Barbarian. One's a hero but two's a party. Click on this adventurer to see what she's all about. A hearty welcome is always the first step towards a long and prosperous friendship. Sehr schön. Look, she wants to talk about work. Click on her to listen. If you need someone incinerated, that's kinda my specialty. Great job! Murgle is now willing to put her neck on the line for your benefit. Hire her and your roster will be complete for now. And Fire Mage, okay. Success, you've got your first quest and a full roster, so click here to head to the map. Those rats ain't gonna kill themselves. Ratten. So, wir können hier zack zack diese beiden die Quest erledigen lassen. Accept und los geht's. Okay. So we're gonna clear out some rats from the cellar. Kinda exciting to engage in something so stereotypical, Murgle says, rubbing her hands together. An angry chittering greets the intruders as the pack of rats rushes to attack. Zack, das reicht schon. Our heroes are able to defeat a small pack of rodents in battle, which is literally the least that could be expected. Well, that wasn't so bad, Grunzen says cheerfully as they approach the Netherbog. Murgle shakes her head. If you say so. Das war's schon wieder. Success! Wir haben Erfahrung bekommen. Haufenweise Erfahrung. Und hier könnte ich aufteilen, dass einer mehr, einer weniger bekommt. Ist auch witzig. Und hier kann ich schauen, wie viel Prozent an die Party, wie viel Prozent an meine Tavern gehen. Okay. Wir haben Geld gemacht, oder? Nö, wir können jetzt erst wieder aufmachen. Grunson is thirsty. Click on him and see what he wants to drink. Mead. There's the drink Grunson wants. Looks like you have it in stock. Let's click the button to serve him. Und auch Murgul. Being a fire mage is thirsty work. Click on Morgul and see what she wants. Ebenfalls. Cool, you have this item in stock. Zack. Looks like you've set off a drink chain combo. After seeing Murgul order a drink, Grunson decided he wants another. When you see this symbol, it means the character wants to join in on this round. Click them to continue a drink chain combo. Well done! Drink chain combos are a great way to boost your tavern's mood and reputation while earning extra tips. Try to create the longest chains possible to maximize your profits. Okay, ich würde sagen, für heute war's das. Vielen Dank fürs Zusehen. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao, ciao.